All right, we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome tonight. We're so excited to have you here tonight. We do this twice a year, bring the community out and see what's going on. So really the meeting is for you guys, but we always start it off with kind of what's going on, what's happening. I'm Joel Sullivan, and I'm the board chair for the National Education, Community, and Arts Television, which is NECAT, as we call it, and that's our acronym for that. And I want to welcome you here tonight. We have some folks that are running a little bit late, so we'll introduce them as they come in. But the important folks are here, and that's you. So we can get started. I want to welcome our new board member. We have a new board member in Stephanie Taylor. You'll wait up. Behind you. And Stephanie is an entertainment law attorney from Bone McAllister, who's a great citizen of our great company for our community. And Stephanie is a great citizen that comes and helps us and has joined our board because as we grow, do new and more energized and exciting things, we've got to have somebody that understands entertainment law. So if you don't think we've grown over the last few years, we now have to have a lawyer on our board to help us navigate the waters that we go through. So welcome, Stephanie. We also are happy and sad tonight because many of you may know or may not know that Jeremy is no longer with us. He's moved on to another career, but we have a new team member that has joined us, and our associate director is Katie Veglio, and Katie is right back here. And we love Katie. She has a bunch of new skills and talents that we can use for our organization. So get to know Katie, and Katie's at the front desk as well, and we'll be happy to help you with the things that you need. So welcome, Katie. Thank you for joining us, choosing us to play with. Now is the time that I like, and I recognize many of the faces in here, but because of classes and because of you referring people, we have new faces in the house. So let's bring up the house and introduce ourselves one by one. Just tell us who you are, what you do for NECAT, and I think actually, why is NECAT important to you? So tell us who you are, what you do with NECAT, and why is NECAT important to you, because that's what we're here for tonight. So we'll just start right here on the left and zigzag back and forth. And we'll pass the microphone because I can't hear. Just hold it up and it works really well. Like I'm telling you guys that.
Okay. All right. Hi, I'm David Flores Figueroa. I'm 16, go to Hillsboro and all that. And what was the first thing that you wanted for me to tell?
Who you are, what you do with NECAT, and why is NECAT important to you?
David Flores Figueroa. What I do for NECAT is I work on Mike's show right here. But I'm willing to work on other shows, you guys. And what NECAT means to me is a great opportunity for me to find out what I want to do in my life, possibly, because I'm still in high school, still don't know what I want to do. And it's just a branch just there, just in case I were to be interested in it.
My name is Christian Stevens. I go to Hillsboro with David. I've actually never been here before. I'm new tonight, so I'm not really sure what is going on. He's slowly explaining to me what is going on, but I'm 16. I go to Hillsboro. I was interested when he talked to me about this because I do broadcasting over at Hillsboro, so I may join Mike's show if I can. And yeah, that's about it.
So soon. Hi, my name is John Wiggins. I'm 18. I'm from Hillsboro. Okay. My name is John Wiggins, and I've been with the studio for, well, decades. We'll say a decade or so. And I found that NECAT has been very instrumental in helping me get more exposure to broadcasting, television, and helping me reach the goal of helping others, young people who never had opportunity to have a chance to get into broadcasting or to videography, and mostly individuals who were I would say, who didn't get that first chance, help them to get the second chance to get the exposure, and to help them to find some amount of encouraging them to be stronger in their craft. And I'm passing the mic.
Good afternoon. I'm Mr. Michelle Wilson. I am producer, host, and editor for Begin Anew. I will have been on the air 1 year as of April 1st. What NECAT means to me is that it provides a platform for me to reach audiences to encourage them to begin anew as they seek to strive to fulfill God's calling and purpose for their lives. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. I'm Michelle Spaziano. I'm with Yankee Girl TV. I pretty much do the TV show on my own, and what NECAT means to me is basically I got sick of hearing people say no, and NECAT said yes, and they helped me make my dreams come true because I actually got my own show on TV. So, yeah, thank you.
My name is Mike Jennings, and I was kicked out of Hillsboro. Not true. No, David does work on my show. He does a good job. I have 2 shows currently, one in the process trying to get on, so we'll see where that goes. And I think I'm in my 15th year here. What it means to me is it gives me the opportunity to bring kids in to perform. One of my shows, Nashville Spotlight, we've had 214 episodes so far. And I've had kids in from 37 different states. I don't know if I'm going to make all 50, but I've got 37, and in June, have a young lady scheduled to be on the show from Delaware, which is 38 states. So I'm working on it, but that's what it means to me. It gives people an opportunity to, number one, find out what they want to do, gives them the opportunity to be on television, gives them self-esteem, and gives them a little bit more worth because they were on television. And I will pass the mic. And you are our new person.
I am.
You got to tell us who you are, because I didn't know.
I am Katie. I am the new associate director here, and I'm super excited to be here and meet all of you. For me, NECAT is giving people in this community, this town is not just Music City, it's full of talented people, and giving them a voice and giving them an opportunity to showcase their talents. So I'm excited to meet all of you. Thanks.
Hi, I am Kristen Whittlesey. I am the External Relations Director at the Blair School of Music, which basically means I do PR and communications. And we are talking with NECAT about hopefully airing some of the content that Blair produces, some of the performances of our students and faculty. So very, very hopeful that that's going to work out. And what NECAT means for me is just the opportunity for the community to have a voice. In the era of increasingly corporate-owned media, it's so important to have an outlet for the smaller voices, and thrilled to be a part of it.
Hi, I'm Becky Mayer, and I have a show called Transitions, Body, Mind, Spirit. I've been doing it for about a year, and it's really talks about is this the right way to do this? I'm telling. It talks. The show's about very interesting people and how they transition from one thing to another. I've had everything from sex therapists to people who've done the Appalachian Trail to this Friday. I'm so delighted to be here to shoot on the new equipment. The 22 years that Coretta Scott King's personal secretary, and then I have another guy who's done a race on his bicycle from Canada to Mexico. Very interesting. So I'm always looking for interesting people, and NECAT is just fun. It's just so fun. I want to ask these people questions anyway, so why not give them a little press? And I'm just delighted that my show is on like 7 times a week, and people go, I saw you on TV. Golly. So it's very cool. Thanks.
Hello, my name's Steve Lockett. My show is called Fade to Black. I've been here for about 5 years, and probably like half of the rest of you came in through Jesse Goldberg's, one of his programs. And what it means to me is it's an opportunity to showcase a lot of the arts and activities that go on in Nashville.
My name is Joan Warner, and I currently have 3 television shows on the air. And I started out with a health television show because I wanted to produce shows on health. However, most of my shows have hosts, and ironically, my host is sick, and now I'm having to host the show. So I have a 4th show that we're getting ready to come out. So that means you get to look at it, right? And I was an art major in college, and I always wanted to do set design and art, so now I get to do that now, and I really appreciate that. And I love the new equipment. Thank you very much.
What are we doing?
Tell them who you are and tell them who you are and what you do here and what you appreciate about NECAT.
Okay. My name is Mickey Solomon. I produce Dance Around Nashville. It's a show spotlighting swing dance and other forms of dance in the Nashville area. It's been on since 1992. So I enjoy doing it, and I hope you enjoy viewing it.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kristen Baker. I have been a member of NECAT for going on 11 years. I have produced my dad's television show, The Legendary Johnny Daniels Show. We shoot our show here live. About every 8 weeks, we come in and we tape 4 shows at a time. In a couple of weeks, we'll be taping the 270th show. It is just such like Nashville's best kept secret, what we do here and what the opportunities are. I mean, you could have a show on fishing, on watercolor, maybe even how to play poker. Maybe a Bible study group. The ladies in your Bible study want to bring in some live footage of what they're doing and learn how to edit that. So welcome those of you that are visitors and those of you that are the veterans like me.
I don't know how I got in this order here. My name is Earl That. No, my name is Florida Bill. No, I'm Professor That. Guess which one is my name? This is a different kind of music that I had opportunity to play, and which seemed like I changed my name every time we changed the music. Got a different name also. But this place here is something that gives everybody an opportunity to be on television. You go to Nashville to be a writer, a singer. Most of all, you get here to be known. And we've been helpful with a lot of entertainers to go out and play. We played with some of the bigger stars. We played with some of the dim stars. We played with maybe other people. But it has given me an opportunity to meet a lot of good musicians in Nashville, which is Music City, we call it. And can you hear me there? Okay, it's got kind of low. Okay, I want to thank you for giving me an opportunity to get my group on every week, and we have a lot of good singers. Watch out for the show. Earl, that's Nashville Showcase. Thank you.
Hi, we're Meet the Seavers.
We're the Crazy Seavers. And what this show has done for us, or what we like the most about this show, it kind of tests the marriage a bit, It's like, because we work and we do all of these things together, but it has given us a great platform where we can introduce other audience, other music groups, because our music is very different. It's not your normal Nashville music. It's jazz, and you don't have a lot of that's happening right now on the shows. So what we wanted to do is to bring to Nashville, because there's so many great musicians, we want to bring musicians that you've never heard of, along with a little Carol Burnett action happening as well.
Right.
Yeah.
A little comedy.
A little comedy.
A little skits.
Yeah.
And just odd, offbeat humor and such. And
yeah. And it also allows us to be really, really creative, because we do a little bit of our taping here in the studio, but we do so much at home as well. Right. And it's amazing what you can do when you don't have a budget.
Right. It allows us to be strong black women together.
Yes, that's correct. Yeah. That's correct. So thank you.
Thank you. Anyone? Bueller?
Hi, I'm Jerry Stragel. I don't think I need a microphone. I'm with Catholic Media Productions that has been producing radio and television shows under the name of We Believe for some 25 years. With me is Jim Walsh, retired district attorney, master's degree in theology. Pat Kelly, with our chairman of our board, who is Grand Knight of the Knights of Columbus. Dr. Richard Shriver, a Methodist. The shows are designed to tell people about the Catholic faith. Dr. Shriver offers a difference on what the Protestant faiths are. And it's all about ecumenism, and I'll turn it over to Jim Walsh.
Well, I don't know what I could add to what Jerry said, but except to say that Richard and I talk theology and tell jokes. My wife says stick to theology. You're Bob Hope, but anyway, we've had a great time working here, and we've produced a number of shows, and those shows have been played in about 20 different cities around the country, some on the East Coast, and some on the West, all the way to Hawaii. So we're looking forward to doing a few more. So, Pat, over to you.
I don't know what else to say, but I'm Pat Kelly. But anyway, glad to be here, and we're looking forward to producing some new shows very soon here. I'll turn it over to Richard.
I'm Richard Shriver, and I went to Hillsborough. I'm 19. Actually, class of 51. I think there was still a school back there then. I do the We Believe show with Jim Walsh. It's his show. It's a Catholic show, but I'm the Protestant permanent guest. Permanent heretic is what they really call me. We were on in Nashville for 25 years. We got booted off. I think we probably deserved to be. But we're on in 20 cities across the country, but not here at home where we produced the show. We want back on, and we're trying to accomplish the things that we need to do to get back on. It's a marvelous experience to work with Jim and these people of Catholic Media Productions in an ecumenical where we look at each other as friends and listen to each other's as we look at our differences in religious beliefs, find that they aren't so great. That's mine. It is up going the other way, isn't it?
I'm Paul Marker, and I'm a camera operator for Mike Jennings' show, and they asked me to be a part of it, and I wanted to be willing to help where I could, and NECAT's given me that opportunity.
Hello, my name is Mary Lee Jacobs, and I have a new show. It's called A Walk with Mary Lee, and it's unique because it's a gardening show, but it's only it's project oriented for master gardeners. So when I watched PBS Volunteer Gardener, I thought I can do that better. That is the most boring show. And so I'm really competing with the real PBS. But I shouldn't say that, but you know, I want to like say, hey, this show's better. And so like in 2 weeks, I'm going out to the Hermitage. And so that's what I've been doing, going around. Thank you.
Hello, my name's Michael Haney. I'm just a part of Marty's crew, and we've got a couple shows that we're working on together. And what NECAT means to me is it's an opportunity for anyone to get out there and kind of stretch their wings and see what they can really get to if they put their mind to it.
Hi, I'm Marty. I'm a producer and a director and writer, not just here at NECAT, but also out in the community. I do a lot with short films and features and things like that. I really love it here because this gives me the opportunity to be able to work on television in aspect of films, and also it gives me a good platform to be able to teach people. That I have a lot of people who always come to me and ask if they can help out with certain things, and I bring them on, and it gives me a good opportunity to be able to show them the way that things are run. And it gives them pretty much, I think, a very safe environment where there's not as much stress as like if you're working for NBC or something like that. That's all like, you better do this or you're fired. Well, there's some grace and there's some good room there to wiggle and be original and try your own thing. And so I'm in the process of producing 2 children's television shows here. One I'm the actual producer of, the other one I'm just assisting with. But it's going to be great, and I'm just very thankful that Trish brought me on, and I've been trying to wrangle up more people for them as I go.
Hi, I'm Stephen Helmy. I'm an architect by profession, and I've also wandered off into rendering and animation. I do architectural kinds of animation. Sometimes they're stills, sometimes we fly through things. And so in conjunction with that, I've had to get very familiar with video editing and the post-production end of things. But this is the first time that I've had an opportunity to really stick my toe into live TV, and I just think it's absolutely fabulous. My favorite show's Network. You know, what a fabulous show. I'm working with Becky Mayer, and I'm doing camera work and floor direction and video editing for her show, and eventually I may want to do something myself, but right now I'm just trying to, this is total immersion. I'm going to get into it, get down the road. This is Nathan.
Thank you for that introduction. My name's Nathan Phillips. I'm here because of the wonderful Trish. I've taken classes, and hopefully we'll have a show on, or a few shows with some people telling Nashville stories that aren't being told. And I think that's what's really unique about NECAT, is that gives opportunity for stories that aren't being told to be told. So keep telling stories. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jerry Yakov, and my show is it was originally Spiritual Metaphysics 101. We renamed it Spiritual Awakening 101, and we've done about 147 shows now. So I think it's 4 years, and I really am grateful to NECAT, because my intention was to share a spiritual message with the community, and to whatever extent we're able to do that, the message is forgiveness, and the message is guiltlessness and innocence, and when you forgive others, you know you're forgiven. So that's what we're trying to share on this show. And my wife, Candace, is the videographer, and she does all the work so that our show is on the air. I'm very old school and don't know anything about technology, but I appreciate being here, and we both are grateful.
Hi, I'm Isaac Opatz, and I am just a technician. Just got started, took the class a month ago, and I'm going to hope to do more, but this was just an opportunity for me to get to know the equipment and the whole process a little more, because I have no experience with this kind of stuff. So it's just an opportunity to see if I am interested and how interested, and something to do. I'm new to town, so it's a good chance to meet people and stay busy.
Hi everyone, my name's Taylor Zachary. I am working on a new show called Who's That Singing, put on by my friend Johnny here. We haven't started taping yet, but it's coming. And NECAT for me is a place to learn about the wonderful world of television and try to put something out there that people are going to like. And I'm excited to meet all of you and maybe work with some of you as well.
Hi, my name's Johnny, and I have a new show called Who's That Singing? And I can get really deep if I had the time to really dig in and talk about what NECAT is, but I won't do it. But it has a lot to do with how great, community and lack of corporate sponsorship and the fact that I'm going to have my own TV shows. It's just, you know, if I think about NECAT a lot, I can get so excited I have a hard time sitting still. So thanks. Looking forward to it. Your turn. Good luck.
Hey, how you doing? My name's Kevin Bentley. I had a show on, I guess maybe a year ago, but I'm in the process of getting it back on. Well, I'm a portrait artist, and growing up, you know, you look at Channel 8 and they had Bob Ross, you know, he draw the trees and the lakes and stuff. And I was a kid, I was like, man, if I grow up, I want to be able to do that. So my show is primarily tutorial type things. So like I said, I work with pastel. It's pretty much portraiture, animals, some landscape. But that's what my show is about. What I appreciate about NECAT is that it gives anybody the opportunity who has an ability, whether it's singing, cooking, drawing, or whatever it is, it gives them an outlet to show people what it is that they're able to do, and also help people and give them information. So that's what I appreciate about it.
Good evening. My name is Franklin Stokes, and I'm one of the new producers here in training. Happy to be here.
Hi, my name is Tim Woods, and I just found out about this meeting just a little while ago, and I'm a videographer and producer, and I'm interested in getting more into the broadcast arena and learning more about it, so I'll be signing up for the classes.
My name is Barry Wallace. I'm actually a visitor. It's the first time I've been here. I'm interested in learning more about NECAT. I'm new to the Nashville area. I'm actually commuting weekly between here and Knoxville. I live in Knoxville, but I'm here working in Nashville. I've been a theater professional for about 24 years. I've done a lot of theater in the Knoxville area, and also music directing, that sort of thing. So I'm interested in learning whatever I can learn from NECAT. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Megan. I am on the board of directors at Street Theater Company, and I just learned about this meeting also. So I'm just here to learn more and find out kind of how to get local theater maybe on the air, so people know it's not just music here, it's theater and other talented professionals as well.
Hi, I'm Beth Ann Musiker, and you know, Trish has a lot to do with a lot of people being here today, myself included. It's her job, but I'm just going to say that means, and I think people should be aware of this everywhere, it really matters who's doing the job in everything that happens in this town. And so I am thrilled to learn about all of you sitting here because I had no idea. And I'm just overwhelmed by the numbers of shows that you are doing, and it really is motivating me because I want to take the class and I have a lot of ideas. I've been a theater and music professional for more years than I will own to having in my life. And I would like to, there's some educational things I'm doing in that arena that I think would be well broadcast. So I'm excited to explore those options. And thank you. Anyone else?
Woo! Man, what a great group of people, and a bunch of new folks, which we're really excited about. One thing is for certain, success rises and falls on leadership. And our opportunity tonight is to listen to you, but before we do, I want to introduce you to NECAT's leadership. And our job is to advocate for you, to make things happen. And let me tell you something, this group of people right here make it happen across the city. So I want them to introduce themselves just like you did, and we'll start with Celeste. We'll save the best for last there, TC.
I just want to say how impressed I was to hear what all of you all are doing. And I obviously am an advocate for NECAT and talk about it with my friends a lot, but it's going to be fun to tell some more stories as a result of hearing from you all. My name is Celeste Wilson. I am with United Way. which hopefully all of you know about. I have been there for 3.5 years. Before that, I was a consultant in U.S.-Japanese trade. So I sort of skip around, and NECAT is my new avocation. Glad to be here, and thank you all.
My name is Jennifer Wallace. I'm currently with Organizing for Action for about 4 more days. And then I'm going to run for State House in Nashville. So if anybody lives in House District 51, vote for me. But before that, I was actually a television producer at CMT, Country Music Television here in town. So television and people's opportunity to get experience and opportunity to see if that's a career they want to be in, or just express your creativity is a really wonderful thing, and I'm happy that you guys all have this platform, and we need to keep it going.
My name is Keith Miles. I'm a partner at McNeely, Piggott & Fox Public Relations, and I got on the board because I was convinced, and I'm even more convinced after tonight, that this is a critical resource for our community, and you folks are critical, and we need to provide this kind of outlet, and so I'm happy to advocate on behalf of NECAT and all the producers and folks who are here.
I was already introduced, but Stephanie Taylor, I'm a partner at Bone McAllister Norton, where I help creative people make a living doing what they do, whether it's music or film or television, whatever that is. And I just feel that, it's a very competitive world, and there needs to be an outlet for everybody to do what they're called to do. And I feel it's soul food to create art in whatever capacity, and I hear all of the people in this room doing that. So I'm glad to serve in a capacity where it's not about the money, but about giving everyone an equal opportunity.
I'm Mary Newton, and I actually work for the city of Nashville. And in changing my career, my boss decided that instead of just technology, I needed to do something probably more productive, and that was to manage the PEG studio and Metro Channel 3. So in the later years of my career, I get to meet people like you, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to watch all these shows so I can figure out how to appreciate it even more.
You guys know I'm Trish, I think. You're going to hear more from me in a minute, so I'm going to pass it on to Lavinia.
Hi, I'm Lavinia Butler, and I've been on a producer for 16 years here at NECAT. Well, when it wasn't NECAT, but now. But I've enjoyed working with NECAT, and it's great to hear all of you and all of the what I call a potpourri of programming and issues that all of you were talking about. It's from, my gosh, what a difference from 16 years ago to where we are now. And it's so great to be a part of a progressive board and a very professional staff that we have here to bring, to work with you and to serve you and to make things better. It's a really good feeling. And all of you, from what you have said, we can tell from the excitement in your voices and why you feel and you like NECAT.
I'm Jennifer Gamble, and I'm a public relations professional. I've been a member of NECAT for about 3 years, and I produce a show. It's been on for 1 year called Up Close and Personal, and it highlights community and nonprofit organizations. And what I appreciate about NECAT is that it provides personally for me an opportunity to combine my broadcast journalism and public relations skills with my passion for community service, and being able to provide an outlet for community organizations to highlight the wonderful programs that are going on in the community that make a difference in our community really means a lot to me.
And I'm Joel Sullivan. I'm the regional CEO for the American Red Cross. So I manage chapters from the Cumberland Plateau to the Mississippi River and help you guys out in home fires and disaster. And what NECAT means to me is an opportunity to better our city and better the citizens within the city, because everyone in this room makes a difference. And so my outlet for helping our community over and above my day job is to participate in NECAT.
My name is David Wicker. I'm a real estate attorney here in Nashville, which means that this is the exact opposite of what I do on a daily basis. That being said, like Keith, I've come to find and believe this is a really important piece of the city. It allows you to touch on pretty much every aspect of Nashville, every personality, every person. And I've really enjoyed my time. This is now my 4th year on the board, and each year I get to meet more and more of you and see more of the shows and just continue to be impressed by the work that's put out here, and love being an advocate for this board. It's a really great community, and glad to be part of it.
My name is T.C. Weber, and I believe that I'm the longest tenured. And as I'm here in 3 and 4 years, I'm starting to have to add up on my fingers and toes how many years I've been on this board. I've been very proud to serve on this board, and as I sit and listen to the stories out there, it just never ceases to inspire me. I've been a part of the reorganization, and I look out and I see some few faces like Mike's out there and a few others of you that have been coming to these meetings since we first started them. I think this is our either 6th or 8th or something like that, and the first ones weren't quite as positive as this one. There wasn't as warm a feeling in the air as there is now, and to see how far it's come and the different tone and how the studio looks, and to see where new leadership has taken us, it's to see the new people here. I mean, it's just awe-inspiring. It's transformational. I wish that we could actually do one of those little time-lapse photos that shows where we started and where we are now in just 4 short years. You all should be very, very, very proud of the work that you've done. It's amazing to watch it. It's amazing to see it transform and become the organization that it truly is. And I'm going to say something, everybody rolls my eyes when I say this, but when I was chair 3 years ago, I stated, and Joel Sullivan will attest to this if he feels like it, but I said that my goal was to make that this board become such a strong board and have so much experience and so many ties to the community that there really wasn't a place for me on it, because I would be the weakest link. And when you look at the board that this organization and the mayor has given us now, that dream has come true in this organization. So I really, really appreciate all the hard work that you guys done, and we're truly blessed.
Well, TC, I assure you, you are not the weakest link. There's a great philosopher that I paid attention to years ago in a television show. His name was Buzz Lightyear. And his statement was, what did Buzz Lightyear say? To infinity and beyond. Now, to get there, we've got to have partners to do that. And tonight, we have a great partner that's going to share some information with us of new things. And Sarah Jo Hoagland is in our audience, and she's going to come up and join us. She works with Comcast. She's a great community partner, not just for NECAT, but they've done great things for the American Red Cross and other organizations in town. So Sarah Jo, welcome tonight. And I present to you, ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Jo Hoagland.
Thank you so much. What a nice introduction. And I'm feeling very proud to be among so many talented people, and especially in Nashville. I'm a Nashvillian, so I'm very proud, and my degree was actually in electronic media production. So I'm proud, and I'm thankful for the relationship and the partnership that we've had with NECAT. And I'm glad that Comcast could play a small role in helping support NECAT's efforts over the years and helping with the new equipment. So definitely excited for that. And just wanted to mention briefly a program that we've had for about 3 years called Internet Essentials, and it is a program for low-income families to have access to the internet. So what it does is, if you have at least one child on free or reduced lunch, the free or reduced lunch program, then and you're in a Comcast service area, you can qualify for internet for $9.95 a month, a computer for $150 that you get to keep, and digital literacy trainings in print, online, and in the classroom. So it's a great program, and I would certainly encourage you all to go to internetessentials.com, look into it, and help us spread the word, because it's a great program and more families need to know about the opportunity that's out there. So thank you again so much, and I'm looking forward to seeing some of this new programming that you all are talking about. So thank you.
We appreciate you. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, please help me give a warm welcome to Trish Crist, our director.
All right. So I'm going to be pretty quick, but I have some deep thoughts to share with you. I think most of you guys know that I joined the NECAT staff 8 months ago. And the reason that I was hired is because there was a change in funding, which scared everybody. And it is kind of a big deal. I won't try and lessen the impact of that change in funding. But the deal is we will continue to get money the way we always have from a Comcast source coming through Metro to us. The change that happened about a year ago is that now that money can only be spent on capital. And capital means stuff, equipment. It's not electricity, it's not me, it's not Katie, it's not staff, it's things. And so the wise people behind me and my wonderful predecessor, Kim, about this time last year when they saw this coming down the pike, they made that wish list of fancy equipment that they knew would be a game changer for us here at NECAT, because suddenly that's what this money had to be spent on. And so that's two things. That's how we got these beautiful things, these beautiful new pieces of equipment that John's going to tell you about in a minute. And it's also how you guys came to hire a fundraiser, which is me. And I mentioned at the fall community meeting that my responsibilities are a little different from Kim's, and my workday is a lot different from Kim's. And so I don't get to see you face to face as much as I think she did when she was here. And I don't get to watch all the shows. I don't get to review the shows and be kind of in the mix with the things you guys are creating. I would like it if that were the case. But I spend my workday looking for the replacement money that's going to keep our doors open, our lights on, and those of us employed here who make NECAT happen, staff-wise. You guys make the content happen, but we got to have staff members here, cranking the machine. So wanted to say that. Wanted to say we're 8 months in, and I've spent the last few days, Joel, our board chair, and I, making a report that's going to go to Metro, and it's going to go to some other funders that I've been courting. And instead of being frightened by the state of affairs and sort of the recapping the last 8 months and forecasting the next few months, I have to say I was pretty damn proud. We've called on a lot of businesses in this community. I've told a lot of corporate people and a lot of foundation people about NECAT for the very first time these last 8 months. Yes, NECAT's had a presence in our community for 30-something years under various names and various leadership, but the services we've provided have always been the same. Folks like you making cool shows like all the cool shows that you've got cooking right now. The unfortunate thing is we have been the best kept secret, not intentionally, but really the business community doesn't necessarily know what NECAT is and what we do and why it's important to the community. We're changing that, and believe me, I've knocked on a lot of doors and shared the news with a lot of people, and some of them are in this room right now checking us out tonight, so be nice to everybody sitting next to you. But I want you to know we got some good things coming down the pike. I'm proud of what we've done. The seeds we've sowed, I'm confident they're going to start bearing fruit in the coming months. So the big gifts, I'm working on those. I want to tell you about two little gift additions that we're working on. One is a fundraising event. Everybody likes events, right? We've got all this great talent in our city. Friday, June the 27th, and you'll all get an email about this. Friday, June the 27th, we're going to host a fundraiser here inside the studio. Some wonderful music, a little coffee, a little cheesecake, maybe a little wine. The ticket will probably be a $30 or $50 ticket. We'll keep you posted on how all that works, but I wanted to get it on your calendar for anybody who wants to come or to bring any fabulously wealthy people along with you. That would be good. And then a second thing we've added, I think you've always been able to pay your membership fee and make a little gift via our website. Well, later this week, we should have a new online giving function active. And the special thing about this one is it's not just a one-time thing where you go in and you put in your credit card information and then a year from now, Trish comes knocking and asks you to do it all over again. This one I'm excited about because donors of all sizes, I'm talking a $5 donor or a $500,000 donor, can go to the website and say every month on the 15th or the 16th or the 1st or whatever day of the month works for you, I want $5 to be taken out of my bank account and sent to NECAT's bank account. Or 10 or 20 or 3 million, whatever is comfortable for you. So I realize that everyone in this room, I don't have gold bricks in my pocket. If I did, I would stay here and watch your TV shows all day. But if you care about this place and you're open to giving a $5 automatic monthly gift or 20 or whatever, Katie can set that up for you tonight. She's the pretty new girl in the red jacket back there. And if you want to learn more about that, she can give you details. Also, if you have people in your circles who you want to say, hey, help support my show, help keep NECAT open through a monthly gift, Katie can help with that. Oh, what else? I'm kind of feeling like NECAT is almost a teenager. I don't have kids, but this is my idea of what it would be like to have a teenager, where we've got our likes and dislikes pretty worked out. We kind of know what our path is going to be in like. But there's some ground rules that we sort of need to recap every once in a while for a teenager. And part of it relates to the new construction that you guys have probably noticed out beside the building. It's kind of changed how we get to drive on campus. I know most of us used to use the barricade that was on that end of the sidewalk, which no longer exists. And I just wanted to make sure you know there is another sidewalk entrance. If you have things you need to unload at the loading dock, please use the sidewalk entrance between the Student Center and the Kisber building. It's a little half-circle drive out there, and we can lower the barricade if it's up for you. A new fun thing that we're going to do, every time a new series is launched, like Mary Lee just had a Walk with Mary Lee, her first 4 episodes approved recently, we're posting on Facebook and Twitter that a new series has been launched, and here are the times that that series will air. We have a new partnership with Lightning 100, which happens to be my favorite radio station. I hope some of you guys like Lightning 100 too. They're sort of the radio version of NECAT, in my opinion. It's local artists doing local stuff. And we have a barter relationship with them now where you'll start hearing public service announcements about our classes and opportunities here, and we'll be airing in-studio archive video of musician performances at Lightning 100. So that's exciting because it's free and it's cool. All right, I think I have only 2 more things to share with you. Now that we're sort of tidying up rules and regulations, I guess, around here, we've realized that it would be easier for folks to get their shows approved on the first try if they had the checklist of items that the Program Review Committee looks at. Kind of obvious, right? So anyway, we now have that document. It's called How to Get Your Show Approved on the First Try. And going forward, it will be in every Level 1 and Level 2 class packet. We'll have it on the website, and tonight you could get it from Katie if you wanted. And last of all, we're growing up. We got a teenager here. And we tried to mirror what lots of other member organizations typically do, which is to have a code of conduct. And a code of conduct just defines what it's cool to do here with other members, what it's cool to do here with staff, what to expect from friendships that you might form here. And that will also go in all the new Level 1, Level 2 packets, so people from the front end go, okay, I realize what this is. Not a dating scene, that it just defines sort of what is expected of you behavior-wise here. And for existing members who, of course, wouldn't be seeing a Level 1 or Level 2 packet, there are codes of conduct posted in the hallway near my office, near the lobby, and Katie has copies of them back there. If you want to go ahead and have a gander and sign it, we'll stick it in your file just so that we're compliant with everybody. And I think I'm going to give it back to Joel.
So we're going to turn it over to Lavinia. John, I'm not sure how the camera's set up. Are we doing you have to come to that microphone? Yes, sir. Excellent. I also know that we need a makeup class. If anybody, I was kind of noticing there's a little shine there. I didn't get to hit the powder before we got up here. So what I would hope now is we've got just a couple of basic ground rules. Whatever's on your mind that deals with NECAT, please join us at this microphone, and we'll test and make sure it's live. Pretty sure it is. Test. Good and live. And let us know what you're thinking, what your thoughts are, what you want to see. Because guess what? A lot of what you see here tonight was your ideas. All we did was try to activate it. We need you producing good quality content. Let us worry about getting what you need in the building. So I think we've done a good job of that, but it's only because you spoke up. So now's your turn to speak up, and we want to hear it, good, bad, and ugly. Let us know what it is so we can get to work on it for the next 6 months, and we work pretty quickly, I think. Yes, sir, Mike. Please join us at the microphone. Yep, you got to see. That's the absolute criteria. You have to stand at the microphone. And I'm going to sit down, and we'll pass this microphone to whoever on the board can answer the question best.
I noticed y'all put it here for normal height people. not those abnormally tall, like, say, 5'9" and over. Anyway, I just got a couple of questions I wanted to ask because in my mind, I didn't know. We have had through the years always a one-way communication. We've never really had that two-way in my way of thinking. Now, just like Trish said, we have the rules of what it takes to get a program on the air. And how are we supposed to know that? My program that the new one I'm trying to get, when I put it up, I was told I had to have this and this and this and this, but which means I had to go through and edit all 4 shows again before I was within the guidelines. So when y'all or whoever thinks up all this stuff, is there a reason it can't be communicated?
That is a very easy question.
We have an email program that says we're going to do this and we're going to be here on this date. Could we not have one that said, here's the new guidelines? Could we also know who is on this board or this panel that's going to review our shows? Just a question.
You ready for my answer?
Yeah.
Here you go, Mike. You had to go ahead and ruin that good vibe that I was on.
Actually, I think it's still a good vibe because the answer is yes, obviously.
Yeah.
And we do send member blasts to all of the members using a member blast function in the database. And so I don't know if you're not getting those or
if I was supposed to be getting one on all the requirements for a new show, no.
You would not have been supposed to have gotten that yet.
So that means we're not supposed to have new shows.
Oh, Mike.
I'm just
asking.
asking.
You know you're being recorded here, right?
I know.
All right. So with the hire of Katie, with the hire of me, with realizing that we're tidying things up and trying to make it easier for folks to get their shows approved on the first try, because it's extra time for us to have to review it twice, too.
Correct.
So we have now created this how to get your show approved on the first try document. I would say we finalized it last week.
Okay.
And you can get it tonight from Katie if you want. We'll also do
I've already got it.
blast up.
But
You've
I
already
didn't-
got it. Oh, the truth comes out, Mike.
Truth comes out. I got it after my shows were deemed to be not within the current guidelines. But if you don't know what they are, it's kind of hard to stay within them.
I agree. And in the past, that was the
Then the
case, but
question
think
I
we've
asked
solved
was,
it.
who created these guidelines, when, and why were we not informed?
I think you would have learned the original ones in your level 1 and level 2 classes.
Okay, the
which would have
first
been
ones I
quite some
took
time ago.
was in '99. Those,
There
well,
Everybody feel good about it going forward?
that could be true and could not be true, and I'll tell you why. If we don't have an existing program that we know gets us the information, then it will be the same thing the next time.
If it
So you
happens
have
again,
to have a
Mike-
good program in
If
place.
it happens again, Mike, you come calling, okay?
Okay.
I think we've solved it. You had another question in there that I've forgotten in the midst of all of that one.
Yeah, I just, the one that slays me is the fact that we have to have the contact information for the producer listed a minimum of 3 times per show.
After your email the other day about that, Katie and John and I sat down and I asked, is that an FCC guideline? Where does that come from? Because I had just been told it was a rule. I didn't know what the basis of it was myself. And we have now changed it to 1 time per show. And I will tell you why we want your name and your contact information on your show, so that when a viewer calls and said, hey, I watched this thing last night with kids singing and dancing and so forth, I have a question about it, I'm not going to know the answer to that question, and Katie's not either. So they would call you, the producer, and say, hey, I have a question about your show. How do I book that girl to come sing at my, bar mitzvah or whatever?
Is that for all of our channels?
That is for all of the shows produced at NECAT.
So we're still somewhat separate. 19's a little different than 9 and 10?
Shows that are produced at NECAT 4, 9, and 10 use the same rules.
Okay, so all the producers' information on all the shows on 9 and 10 will be on there, or just the ones produced here?
No, should be. Okay. No. What I said, all shows produced at NECAT will have their producer's name and contact information
Correct.
at least 1 time.
And I still don't understand the reason for that. I understand what you said, but if you're going to have shows that have the producer's name and contact information, I would think it should be for all shows that we carry on our channels.
I can't control National Geographic and other things, but I can control NECAT.
Okay.
So anyway, anything else?
No, that's it.
Great. Anybody else? Jace.
Question, maybe suggestion. I was wondering, is there any sort of budget allotment for, say, signage, maybe out front of on White Bridge Road? I know all the other television stations have, big signage at Channel 4, Channel 5. If they have anything possibly in the plans for the future for a big sign that says Channel 10, Channel 9, Channel 19.
I love that idea.
Yeah.
I love it, love it, love it.
Okay.
The free version of that we use right now, we have very specific directions on how to find us. And if you don't have those, I can absolutely email them to you in the interim of the day that we can afford a big sign to go out front.
Okay.
And I know John made a video a year or so ago showing which drive to take in and turn left at this. And
Right.
that video is posted on the website, I think. But I like the turn left, turn right directions that I have, and I'm happy to send them to you, Jason.
Right. So you understand what I'm asking
I
about?
totally do,
Right.
and I would love it.
Also, just throwing it out there, advertising on, multimedia, on billboards, Lamar signage.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, though, we're in a situation right now where we're fundraising for the very first time in 30 years
Right.
to cover operational cost. That's what I was hired to do.
Okay.
Because traditionally, the money that NECAT got from Comcast each year could be spent on any need that NECAT had.
Sure.
And then with the change in law a year or so ago, now we can only buy equipment with it.
Okay.
So we got to make up that gap in lost funding so that I have a salary, Katie has a salary, we can pay for electricity and other operational costs that go on here.
Mhm.
So I absolutely would love to have a big sign out front, and I would love to buy media coverage for us.
Mhm.
But at the moment, we have other more pressing hard costs that I have to focus on. So the idea with the partnership with Lightning 100, for example, is our no-cost way to start getting our name out about classes and opportunities here at NECAT.
Understood.
Cool.
Thanks for the
Great
clarification.
ideas. Thank you.
I just want to add that although I can appreciate the idea of big marketing for NECAT, it really keeps NECAT special not to be like the other media outlets that have big marketing budgets, keeping it more accessible for community and other smaller budget outlets. So as we grow, we need to think about that. How much do we want to be like the other guys, and how much do we want to keep our community feel as well?
My question, maybe a stupid question. Most of my shows that I shot previously, I shot from home. So my question is now, when I bring video for you all to show, do I shoot in high def, and does it have to be the widescreen? Just so I know what format is correct and all that.
You have exceeded my technical knowledge. I'm going to let John answer that one for us.
You're still going to submit your shows in standard definition. So you don't. If you do submit it in a widescreen 16:9 format, it'll just have the black bars at the top and bottom because we're still broadcasting in standard definition. So nothing's going to change too drastically with the way you submit shows. We are going to, in the future, start to accept more formats, but it's still going to be SD. So we're going to start to accept more than just the MPEG-2 upcoming, but not yet. A couple reasons. One is our equipment. We don't necessarily have the technology to upgrade or to broadcast in HD, but it's also a Comcast agreement with them where they have given us currently a standard definition channel, and there's certain things that we need to achieve in order to get an high definition channel. One of them being producing a certain amount of HD content. And so now with this new equipment, we could maybe get closer to that, but we're not there yet.
Any other questions? Maybe a couple more? Becky Mayer?
Hi, I'm so excited that Lightning 100, I think this is a well-kept secret, and people say, you're on TV, and what is it? And they don't understand it. And if Lightning 100, I mean, it'll be really hard to get TV time for us, because I think if people will beat a path to the door. So I'm all for that. I think that's great. My big question is, I don't have Comcast anymore. I have AT&T, and that's the big, they should be giving money, and we can have more money and all that. What's the latest on that? And I want to be home watching my own show, and I can't even watch it on my own TV.
I'm so glad you said that, Becky Mayer, because I didn't put it on my little cheat sheet agenda that's in my pocket. I feel like I should let Mary announce it. Do you want to announce it, or do you want me to? All right. There are signs up and down the hall that say it's not an April Fool's joke, and it truly is not an April Fool's joke. The signs say that we'll be on AT&T Uverse in 19 Middle Tennessee counties in April, is what all our posters say. And then Mary told me it's even better. It's even better. Then Mary told me when she came in, it's actually starting Monday, March the 27th, or whenever March the 27th is. Today's the 25th, Thursday, 2 days from now. And how you find us, how you watch us, Becky, is you go to channel 99 on Uverse. And my understanding is it's a pull-down menu, and it lists those 19 counties. And you just pick your county, and there you go. Davidson County for sure? Yep. And when you see the flyers in the hallway, it lists all 19 counties, so you can see which Middle Tennessee counties it is. You pick the channel.
Oh, just the channel?
Mm-hmm. Just like it is on Same as it is on Comcast. And I will tell you why, because I wondered that too before I started working here. And I don't know if Beth Ann's still back there, but the folks who are, or Megan, is Megan back there with you? The folks who said to get some local theater on the channels. And a theater company that I've been involved with, our stuff's been on the Arts Channel for the last 6 years or so. And I always wondered, holy moly, why doesn't it say 7 o'clock Rhubarb Theater Company? I can't, get my friends to DVR it and so forth. And I finally learned the answer to that when I started working here. Channels 9, 10, and 19, for us, are Music City Arts, IQTV, and Access Nashville. But in neighboring counties, those same channels are something else. And so their local arts education and access programming is on those same channels, but it's not my show and your show, you know what I mean? And so the menus and TV guide, they can't be specific to which show, because viewers from multiple counties are seeing that TV guide listing. One thing that Sarah Jo and I talked about the other day is maybe trying to get the words changed, where right now in TV guide on any of our channels, I think it says public programming, something generic like that. And I proposed that maybe we could change that to say something like TennesseeTV.org. And then if you go to TennesseeTV.org, you pick Davidson. Here's the NECAT shows hour by hour. You pick Wilson County. Here's their shows hour by hour. So I totally agree with you. It would be great to have each show listed on the TV Guide channel, hopefully.
Very simple question. How can we tell how many viewers are actually watching our show? Is that...
That is the saddest question I get asked every single day.
Okay.
Nielsen does not track public arts education and access channels. Sadly.
Okay.
Because I tell you, every corporate donor I have called on these last 8 months wants to know the answer to that very same question.
Okay.
And what I can tell you, I don't have the numbers yet for these 19 AT&T Middle Tennessee counties, but I can tell you for Davidson County and Comcast, since we're in every Comcast package from the least expensive to the super fanciest in Davidson County, we reach 64,000 households, representing 384,000 adults and children.
Okay.
And shoot me an email if you want me to send you a little paragraph about that.
Okay.
But I think those are the right numbers for Davidson.
Okay, and one other quick question. We uploaded all of our shows to MPEG Studio, and how can they find us?
Do you mean to PEGmedia.org?
Yeah, to PEGmedia.org, yeah. How can the other producers or other TV stations find our shows to know about Meet the Seavers? Because we're trying to get it, of course, in other states as well.
Sure. And aside, I love your show. I love the animations, the little people that you have walking. I like it very much. I have never looked for other programming on pegmedia.org myself. I think John may be creeping up to help me answer this here.
I think it might be good if somebody who's actually had some success with Peg Media, Michelle Spaziano, would you mind coming up here and just talking about that? Because she's actually had success getting her show picked up on other markets.
Oh, whoa. I have had good success on pegmedia.org, and basically there is no way to let them know that you're out there, except what I did was I went through and emailed every state I could, every producer I could. So each day I did like 10 at a time, so it's a lot of work, but if you want to get it out there, that's a great way to do it. Yeah, I've got like 63 channels and like probably 26 states right now. And another way is to pay for the downloads. Okay, so that's a good start. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, it's a good start. But it is a way to get your show out there. And I do have a question about that very thing. I understood that there was some people that got it out of the country. And so that's where I'm looking to go next. Does anybody know that? No? Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe, John, do you know? Is it pegmedia.org?
I don't. You know the name of the show that was out of the country?
No, but Kim Hayes had told me about it a while ago.
I could check into it. I could ask
Okay.
people who have had success. I think Chico and B-Man, I think, has had success with it too.
Out of the country? Really?
I don't know if it's
Okay. Okay, because I know they just got on. But anyways, that's probably the best way to let people know you're out there. Actually, pick a state that you want to go to, email the producer with that show, and tell them what your show's about. I do have a couple other questions. If anybody's into animated video, I could probably talk to you and use your help. I'm doing a Yankee Girl superhero video, and I've never gone there. So, and if anybody knows where I could find an old phone booth, you know, the old-fashioned phone booths? That'd be great. Let me know. Thank you.
All right, guess I'm up next then. Crouch down.
You're one of those super tall people, aren't
yeah,
you?
6'1", man. Seeing as we had new cameras and new lights and the box funded, what are we planning to see funded next here at NECAT Network, Peg Studio?
I know John is starting a wish list. I don't know if he's ready to divulge the fantastic toys that might await us next year.
I think we got a list. I think we've got a bunch of things, Marty. People constantly are bringing me, ideas for things that we could potentially get, and that I think that's a good thing, because one of the ways that we know what we need is through you guys, kind of asking for things. I think one thing that I think would be great, especially because we are in Music City, is to increase the ability to record bands in here. I think that a lot of times people who are recording bands sometimes have problems with what we're able to provide, especially with our monitoring system. So that's one area, and there are lots of other areas, but if you want, I can kind of sit down with you and we can go through some of the stuff that maybe because usually when that question is asked, it's usually the person has some ideas that they'd like to see implemented, and that's fine. I mean, I'd be happy to sit down and talk to you about whatever ideas you have, and then I can let you know what the plan currently is. But we're always flexible, always looking to kind of after we get this stuff installed and kind of we start to use it a little more, a lot of new possibilities are going to open up. A lot of things that we maybe didn't know before that we needed will pop up. So I think that's kind of the plan's wait and see.
So the want is more. So what we get is more individual want basis.
Say it again.
So what we get is what we as the people want.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's always the way that it's been. I think that, there's definitely, a lot of communication that's going on where, Mike will come up to me and be like, hey, what we need is this. And I'll be like, oh, yeah, that's a good idea. And then we'll put that in, implement that plan, through the money that's coming in. And we can, make everybody, as many people happy as we can. Because, in reality, the people that are using this stuff are the people that are in this room. So why wouldn't those voices be part of the plan? It makes sense. Why wouldn't what you want, it should only be what you guys want.
So the short answer is, what do you want? Let us know, let John know, because he is spearheading that project on a regular basis. And we have, out of respect for your time, because we said we'd be here at 7:30, we've got about a minute left. We got one more question, so join us and ask away.
Could you tell me how many households ATT Uverse goes into? Okay, how about Comcast? And the other question is, I ask this question all the time and I always forget the answer. And if I could like look it up online instead of calling, because I always forget.
Yeah, that was the stat that I gave a minute ago, where
Okay.
in Davidson County on Comcast, we reach, I believe it's 164,000 households, Comcast subscriber households, that represent, I think it's 384,000 adults and children. But if you shoot me an email, I'll give you the whole paragraph, all shiny and everything.
Thank you.
Thanks,
and
John.
again, thank you for the equipment. It's wonderful.
And I just got a whisper from Mary Newton here behind me that she's working on getting that AT&T same statistic for us in the new counties. All right, Mr. Joel.
All right, we're going to wrap it up here. It's a wrap almost. See, I'm learning. I took the first class. I still have to take the producer's class. So, and I probably should stay in the light for John. I'm learning. See, if you take classes, you learn. Then you have to exercise that. So some of the things that I've heard here tonight, and we genuinely appreciate everything that you've shared with us tonight, because we will continue to make changes. Communication, Mike, seems like we need to improve that and make sure people are getting the information. I love the signage idea. If we get to the point where we have available cash to put a sign on White Bridge, I'm all for it, so thanks for that idea. And with the ad for multimedia and those type things, we've got to remember we need smart growth. We don't want to grow too fast, and I'm certain you don't want other people buying for your time in the studio. So we've got to make sure we do it right, do it now, do it right now. And that's what we're going to be doing, is taking your ideas, putting them into action. Some of the things that I've heard here tonight, and why we do so well at what we do as a team together, is we change lives. I heard that over here. Dreams come true. Whose dream has come true because of NECAT? I heard it. Several hands. Excellent. We have the ability to express our ideas. And I think as a country, that's one of the most important things we can do here. And everyone in this room has an opinion and an idea, and many of you share it through your TV shows, and I appreciate that. We learn and hone our skills. Many of us came into this room, and we knew that that was a TV camera, and that's about it. Now we know how to operate it. And now that we know how to operate it, we know we can share our message and change other lives through the stations that NECAT represents. It's a fostering environment. It's not a film school. It's not a network television station. You don't get yelled at. You can do what you need to do. You can learn from each other in a fostering environment that helps everyone get better through collaboration on shows. It's ageless and diverse. Just take a look around the room. We got everybody, and I love that because that's the fabric of our country, and everybody in this room has the ability to share. And last, the seeds are sown. We have a lot of corporate asks and foundation asks out there to raise money for operations over and above equipment, and that's important. We all believe in this program, and I'm sure many of you tonight will be signing up for $5 or whatever you're comfortable with. But we have companies in town that as soon as they sign up, as soon as they buy into our program, guess what happens? They attract other companies. Because then when Trish goes out and says, hey, is your board 100% giving? Why, yes, they are. Well, hey, is another company or foundation giving to you? Why, yes, they are. Well, then we need to join them and support you as well. So the community is about to buy into you. And when I say that, they're buying into you and your shows because we couldn't do it without your shows. So on behalf of the board, I think I can say for all of us, thank you for what you do. And keep telling us what you want. You don't hurt our feelings. We need to know it. And we got one last comment, and then we'll shut her down.
I just have one quick question. I was wondering about filming times other than are already allotted, like during the week, during the days. Anything? Is that?
I think there's a schedule, and we didn't even talk about that, but one of the things that's happened since the last time we met is now on Sundays. Who gets to come in on Sundays now? Woohoo! Let's hear it. I love that. That was a dream of mine, and it finally came true. I don't know where the schedule is posted, but yes, you can.
It's posted by the front door. Right now it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 5 to 10 p.m., Thursday, Friday, noon to 10 p.m., which is how you got that full day coming up in April. And Saturday, 10-hour slot, I think it's 10 a.m. to 8 p.m., and Sunday is noon to 10 p.m. And don't forget to let John say things about equipment.
John say thanks about equipment. Is that right? So, having heard no other items to discuss tonight, we'll be around after the meeting. Yes, sir, Earl. You had 14 different names, so I'm just going to go with Earl Lett.
It's something that would make everybody from the station would make us more popular. I've been wondering why, in a way, we could get a schedule in the newspaper, like John's plan this week, a write-up as to, the schedule, what we are doing. Because people say, when are we going to see your show? I tell them, but I can't tell everybody. I tell everybody I see. But is there any way possible that we could get the station and the people at the station to get schedule in the paper?
Funny you should ask that question, because we have some neat things coming down the pike, and I don't want to share it just yet because we're still in the workings of making it happen. But we have some new partners that we're bringing on that may be able to publish that information for us. And so, cross your fingers, because I feel good about it. As the great James Brown would say, I feel good. I think it was James Brown.
I'll even say out loud who it is. Nashville Scene is being really nice to us. I'll even say who it is. Nashville Scene is being really nice to us right now because they believe in what we do, and Earl, and that is something I'm trying to get for them for free. John Ferguson has invited you all current NECAT members to stay after the meeting for a tutorial on the gorgeous new equipment up here. I hope we made it warm enough for you in here with the fireplace going on the monitor for the audience over there. I just want to make sure you didn't run away if you're a current member and you want to see the new equipment for the first time.
And with that, thank you all for coming. Thank you, board, for your service. Thank you for what you do, and let's start mixing and mingling again. Thank you. Good night.